Hey guys, Ashley at Frugal Coupon Living here. I wanted to come to you really quickly and share with you about my Invisalign experiment. It does feel like an experiment, and I do feel like a guinea pig, but my experience. I am at the end of year 2 for Invisalign. I could truly pout right now because I didn't realize it's been 2 years, but I'm somebody who starts something and really ignores the end of the timeline, just because if I knew it would be 2 years, I'm not sure I would have started, but that's my personality type. So I was betting on a year, but COVID and whatnots, and here I am today giving you my experience and also my hacks and tips for the process. So here are all of my boxes. I did the math and I had about 102 sets of trays. Some of those trays took 2 weeks to change, and some of them were as quick as 5 to 7 days, depending on what I was doing at the time. And I can explain more of that later as we go into detail. My first set of trays was 58 weeks. And when I did the math, I was like, okay, yeah, this will be easy. 58 weeks is about 1 year. That seems like a long time. But then we did refinements, and then we did the aligners after refinements. And I also took a trip to India where I had everything taken off at the time because I didn't want my hands in and out of my mouth. And then COVID. So here I am 2 years later, and I have about 1 more month of Invisalign. So you can see my process. What I had going on was a tooth that kind of stuck out here, some crooked teeth on the bottom. And I had a crossbite in the back, and I'm going to be truthful and tell you right now, I still have a crossbite in the back, and my crossbite kind of went from one side to the other side, but this is where it's going to finally sit. My bone was not wanting to do shifting in the back. I might have had a different result with braces, so speak with your orthodontist about that before you start. Okay, this is kind of what an Invisalign box looks like. I believe this blue is the refiners, but these other boxes look really similar. So this is where I am right now. The box is pretty empty. You'll start out with an Invisalign case. And this case, it's really simple. They give you your tray inside. My tray is Lord knows where because I've had so many. I'll explain that later too. And they give you some whitener testing packets. I actually never use them because I found some really great deals on Amazon, which I'll also share with you later for whitening your trays and teeth during Invisalign. So you can see where my whitening is. My teeth stayed pretty white, but I was really good about following the directions. And I give you some tips and tricks too for how to keep white teeth, because nobody wants your teeth to turn yellow during this process. The end result is nice straight teeth. You really want a white smile. So every time I seem to visit the dentist, I get something like this. So I kept this inside my purse. It had a toothbrush, a small thing of toothpaste. This did not come in my set, but it's something you're frequently going to want to use. This can help you take out your trays, kind of perform like an outie. And then I actually found as my teeth got straighter, food got stuck inside my teeth more frequently. So I guess it's the downfall of having teeth that are actually touching one another, but I really need this all the more right now. I don't know if I'll never not have this inside my purse now. So toothbrush, toothpaste, if you want mouthwash, after you eat, every time they do ask that you brush your teeth. That's not always convenient, especially not sanitary in some places. So just having some things on hand to kind of keep yourself free of debris and free of food being left behind would be really nice. So this stayed in my purse, and it felt like it was constantly being replenished because I felt like I visited the dentist often, at least twice a year, but with your orthodontist, you're visiting more frequently because they're checking to see how your teeth are shifting. Speaking of shifting teeth, when you have Invisalign, one thing to expect is sometimes your teeth do get wiggly. People would ask all the time, like, Are your teeth wiggly? I just started my Invisalign. Yes, they can get wiggly, but if you are noticing wiggly teeth and something feels off, in fact, no matter what, I would talk to the orthodontist about it and just make sure that that's normal. But yes, your teeth are moving, so they are going to be a little bit wiggly, especially as you change trays. So speaking of the cases, which I can't find my Invisalign case, no problem. There are cases everywhere that you can use, but have one in your purse, have one beside your bed, have one beside your bathroom sink, have one by your kitchen sink, have one all throughout the house and all throughout locations, because you want somewhere sanitary to put your aligners. This is actually I hooked it on the outside of my purse, but you can see it's Bose. It was headphones we had, and it was a case that was really convenient for me attaching to the outside of my purse. So I was just getting crafty and creative with whatever. And you can purchase extra cases online. There are things you can drink and cannot drink with Invisalign. If you don't want to take out your aligners, it's really good to have a straw, maybe inside your purse, so you can sip things like coffee or other colored drinks that can go to the back of your throat and not sit on top of your teeth. But if you do drink something colored, they ask that you don't drink something colored like coffee and stuff like that while you have your aligners in. If you do drink something colored, make sure you're swishing with water a lot when you're done. I actually developed, again, it's been 2 years, I actually developed a habit. I have bubbly all the time now because I kind of liked how the sparkling water kind of felt like it was rinsing out my teeth. It also is clear. It has no sugars. I feel like I'm a spokesperson for bubbly, but it's clear. It has no sugars, and it gave me the flavor in my mouth that I was looking for without having to add coloring to my mouth. So I think I'll take a sip now so I can keep talking. Okay. Oh, this is something else that would be really, you know, the toothbrush heads that you get for the top. In my case, I'm using a Sonicare toothbrush. That would just be something really easy to also clean your teeth on the go. Just put the head in your purse and not the whole device. Speaking of vibrational devices, this is great for cleaning your aligners because it kind of gets in there. Here are my current set of aligners, and I would just get in there. And when I brushed my teeth, I was brushing them too, because this is my second set of teeth. I won't show you how to put these in and out because it can, it's not attractive. So speaking of which, when you are putting these in and out, go find a private room or go find a private space. You do get really quick and easy with it, but it's not the last impression you want to leave somebody with. So top and bottom for me, this is what they look like. And this one I've been using for about a week. So, but I'm only using it at night because I'm at the very end of the process, and they've become like a night retainer for me before I get my final retainer so that my teeth do not shift. All right, let's talk about, oh, well, speaking of vibrational devices, this was an awesome thing to help clean my Invisalign. I would just put these in here, and I would put kind of warm water, and it has a on and off button, so it's a vibrational device to kind of shake things up. I would add to it, this is actually denture cleaners. Isn't that crazy? Yes, late 30s, I have a brace face, and I'm using denture cleaners, so it happens to the best of us, right? We just no longer care. So just put... let me open this and I can show you what the tablets look like. But they just dissolve in hot water, and I turn on the vibrational device and it would help it dissolve. I've obviously used so many that I'm opening up my newest pack just because I finished my last one. So they look like this. Just rip it off. And inside here, this one broke, but it doesn't matter, is a tablet. So I would add this in warm water in there. My aligners are in there. Close it and turn it on. So that's one way to clean your dentures, your clear aligners without using a toothbrush. Actually, I would finish it when it would go off, and then I would just scrub it with a toothbrush as well. One thing, I found myself rotating toothpaste a lot because there were times where my teeth were really sensitive and there were times where my teeth weren't shifting as much and I felt like they were strong and not as bothersome. So I used 3 types of toothpaste. This one I really liked for whitening. I find this one's pretty impressive, but it can hurt when your teeth are uber sensitive. This is a sensitive toothpaste, and this is actually prescription based. So you could ask your dentist about Floradex. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. You can tell how much I love this one. I especially love it before I went in for cleanings, and I would use it for about a week just to get an extra, it's not a layer of an enamel, it was some sort of protective barrier to make them not so sensitive. The other toothpaste I used was Sensodyne, and I'm not seeing my Sensodyne, so sorry. That was the 3rd toothpaste I used, and that's great for obvious reasons, sensitive teeth. Okay, so this is the most amazing thing. And this is probably the biggest hint I'm going to give you. Your dentist is going to try to sell you a vibrational device that costs about $500. It is not covered by insurance, and it will speed up the process. I mean, anybody wants to speed up the process. I definitely wanted to go faster than 2 years. It can take down the time you're changing aligners, which is as much as 14 days, down to 5 days. You need to stay with the consultation of your dentist on how often you can change your clear aligners. But this will vibrate in your mouth and help speed up the process of your teeth shifting. So they wanted to sell me a device for $450. I couldn't even find a used one, which I was that desperate looking. I wanted that $450 to go towards anything else. I'm a mother of 5. Like, it just wasn't going to go to trying to speed up my Invisalign process. So I found this. It is an Ortho vibrating device, and I brought it into my dentist. I showed him how I was using it. I showed him exactly what it did, and he stayed with the process, and he allowed me to switch more often. He only let me go down to switching every 6 days, maybe in some cases 7. But I did find this very helpful, and I did it in the morning and the evening, kind of when I was getting ready. And what you do is you put this inside your mouth, you bite down, and you push this button and you turn it on. You can do it with your aligners or without. I would suggest doing it with your aligners because you want them to shift into place with your aligners. You're not just trying to get your teeth like, shake, shake, shake. So put your aligners in, put this, bite down, and just kind of hang out while it goes. I think he suggested about 5 minutes morning and 5 minutes evening, and it just kind of shakes things up in there so that your teeth are moving along with your aligners into the next position before you switch. So this is an Ortho vibrating device, and I show you where to get it on my website because it can be hard to find, but I found it. And this is a knockoff brand, not the one your dentist is going to recommend. Okay, keeping your teeth white. This is amazing. So amazing. I think they've changed the name in the years I've been using it, but it's a whitening on-the-go foam. Don't worry about on the go. I just did it at home. It says on the go. I didn't bring it in my purse. That it's hard enough having things in your mouth when you're trying to not get germs. So anyways, what you do, you put the foam inside your aligners and then you put it up on your teeth and put some more foam inside your other aligners and put it on your teeth. It foams up and you just keep it there, and it kept my teeth white. What I don't have on me is I also used a whitening brush. I really like white teeth. I really like straight teeth. I mean, obviously I wanted a beautiful smile, so that was my reason for doing the Invisalign process. Another thing that's good to have on hand are wet ones, just something you can wipe your hands down with, especially we're in a germish environment now. So I went through COVID and the pandemic and quarantining with Invisalign. It was great when you're at home, but as things start to open up, I really wanted my hands clean before putting them back in my mouth. So wet wipes were really helpful. I guess I can show you really quick kind of how I stayed organized with my boxes and my system. Really simple. I obviously kept all of my boxes. The reason was, let me give you one example. I lost aligners once in the grass outside, and then I had to revert back to my old aligners while I waited for my dentist to order the aligners I was missing. That added about 4 weeks to the process. Luckily, I found them in the grass and then I could move forward before the replacement aligner came. But you want to hold on to your old trays. Maybe this was holding on to them a little bit too much, but who knows? Better safe than sorry. So I kept all of my, let me give you an example of how I worked. This is my current box. I keep what is coming next in here, and then I open my box and I see this sealed bag. So you'll rip off the top of this bag and you'll take out your new aligners. I'm not going to take them out because I'm already on another aligner. I would put my bag inside this little storage bag. And you can see you already saw the aligners I was working with, but this is waiting for me to put them back in so that I can store them later. And then when I was done, you can see all the ones from this box that I'm done using, my little Invisalign bag. And later, I'll put them all back in, oh, not this box. I'll put them back in this box and store it away. So I kind of just, one place where I kept the one I was currently on. Really, it just sits on the tray in my sink, my aligners, the clear tray. But the little envelope stayed in this bag. The envelopes I was done using stayed in there. So they all kind of stayed in here. And then once I get to the last one in this box, I'll just put them all back in and I throw these in my closet just on a shelf. So, I don't have a chewy on me, but when you first get your aligners, you want to make sure that they fit well. My dentist gave me one of these, I think they were water picks for when they're cleaning your teeth. So you put your aligner in on the top, put your aligner in on the bottom, and then bite, I can't believe I'm doing that, bite down to make sure that they fit well. So a chewy is something better. I just don't have my chewy on me. So I hope that was helpful in answering some Invisalign hacks and tips for a late 30-year-old who has been doing this for the past 2 years and she's almost done. Tips for keeping your teeth white and tips for how to store your stuff, how to, little accessories you'll need when you're doing Invisalign. And it's good to see you. See you on Frugal Coupon Living where I link all of these products. Have a great day.